First of all, I just heard this truck beeping outside when I start the live stream. And right before that, I heard a truck outside, like they were like unloading a semi truck or something, making sounds. And they were making the sounds right as my refrigerator turned on. And then my shower drip synced at the same time. Just drip one drop of water synced. And then this morning, the garbage truck was out back dumping the dumpster synced a bunch of times, and it was dumping the dumpster synced with me taking a shit, and then synced with me wiping and shit. It's really loud, like they're dumping the dumpster behind my apartment building. It's always really loud, and they're doing it synced with me taking a shit this morning. They were dumping it synced with me taking a dump. So I think there was a siren a minute ago too, like half hour ago or something. Yeah, it's synced up out here. And then a lot of times when I look out my window, like even if I'm not looking out, like right now I'm looking out my window, I can't see any cars or anything. And like even when I can't see any cars or any people or anything, there'll be birds flying by synced. Like not right now there isn't, but a lot of times when I look out my window, I'll just see birds flying by synced, and they'll be like synced at the edges of the window and stuff. Could be two birds synced with each other and shit like that. Like I said before the last video, there was a plane flying over me when I came out of my apartment. Like right after I came out of my apartment, synced. I think I heard a plane when I was inside the library too, but I'm not sure. But they've done that before though, where like I'm inside the library and they'll fly a plane over, synced. They'll fly a plane over the building. But I think I heard one, but I'm not sure. But they've definitely done that before though. Like multiple times they've done that at the library. So I'm just kind of bored. I mean, so I'll go live, see what people want to talk about. Talk about anything, whatever you want. We can talk about flat Earth. Earth is flat, as you can see. It's flat. There's the proof right there. So we got that out of the way. So what else do you want to talk about? I don't know. Happy Silver Car Week, everybody. I don't know why everybody was driving silver cars this week, but happy Silver Car Week, though. And happy School Bus Day. It's School Bus Day today. So, where should I travel to? Where can I go where there's no school buses or silver cars or any type of sinks? If I go to Antarctica, is there gonna be sink penguins and sink submarines and shit? The truck outside just stopped beeping right when I zoomed the camera back out. It just started beeping again right now. Where can I go? I know in Australia they're synced. I know they got gang stalkers there, so they can't go there. I'm sure in Russia and China they're synced. In North Korea and South Korea, I bet they're synced there. In Germany it's synced. I saw a YouTube channel where he's in Germany and it's synced. So where can I go where it's not synced? Because in America it's synced. They try to make me believe I'm a werewolf. I don't know. Maybe I am a werewolf. I don't know. It's just a lot of silver cars lately. That's just my theory on it, is I'm a werewolf or something, because they're just sending all these silver cars at me. Like they're trying to make me overdose on silver. I already answered that question, the second question. I already answered that in the last video. I don't remember, or I don't know how long I've been targeted. I don't know how long I've been gang stalked. I don't know if it's been my whole life or not, so I don't know. Can't say. Like, I don't know if life's ever been normal. I went outside the other day. I was just like standing outside my apartment, and there were these birds out there that were chirping, singing a bunch of times. And then there's like cars in the distance syncing up. And then when I walk away, I just like walked around the building and then went back inside. And like it was just like when I started to walk, there was this loud truck driving by. And this is weird. Just never know what's gonna be. Is it gonna be the birds? Is it gonna be the wind sinking a bag floating by me in the wind? I saw that again like yesterday or the other day or something. It's it's just always synced when I see a bag floating in the wind. No lies, it just always looks synced. Sometimes it's a target bag, but not always. There's a tan truck driving by me, he's got 44, there's all these whiteys on the street. And the tan truck pulled up and stopped next to me and started driving again for no reason. My refrigerator just turned off synced. I hear my heater like turning on and probably turning on synced. Sync. And then it's still Silver Car Week, like I said. Today's still Silver Car Day. Just a bunch of silver cars and a bunch of red cars. A bunch of black and silver syncs too, and a bunch of whiteys too. But a lot of silver cars. A lot of silver cars synced with red cars. Like the one video, I think it was the last video or the one before it. There was a silver car synced with a red car, and then there was another silver car synced with another red car right after it, like driving opposite direction next to me. Just like one right after the other, same thing. If you want to escape, you need to get your implants out and find a country that wouldn't do this to citizens. I don't think there's any getting implants out. I think they're too small and they spray them in the chemtrails and then we breathe them in, and then you can detox them, but then you breathe more in. So if I can go somewhere where there's no chemtrails, then yeah, maybe. Huh. I see a bunch of cars driving out all at once, simultaneous. There's a FedEx. And the whitey truck that drove out simultaneous with the other cars just slowly drives across the street, and then he syncs with the FedEx at the last corner. So hit the Cash App to PayPal if you can, guys, because my bank robbed me this morning. If you didn't already see the other videos, my bank robbed me at gunpoint and stole all my money. Yo, it's crazy how the bank robs you at gunpoint, but you can't rob the bank at gunpoint or you'll get arrested at gunpoint. Like if I'm like, hey, give me my money back that you stole from me, then they're gonna call the cops, and the cops have guns, and they're gonna literally rob me at gunpoint. I see the black and silver and the whiteys and the other things. I don't see anything. I see him. I see him. They're synced. I see him. I see him. They're synced. So, what other TIs get dogs barking synced? Do you get dogs barking synced? Because I get a lot of dogs barking synced all the time. All the time, it's dogs barking synced. Yesterday at work, it was the dog barking synced across the street. And like all the time when I walk around outside, especially at night, there's dogs barking synced. And then sometimes, and like some people are like, yeah, it's like on a speaker, like it's like a dog bark on a speaker or something, and you're just like playing with your head. But no, it's dogs barking synced, because like I'll walk by houses, there's a dog barking, and they'll be barking synced, and they'll stop barking synced, and then they'll start barking synced again. and it's literally a dog barking synced. And there's literally dogs running around synced and barking synced. So do the other TIs, do you get dogs barking synced? Because I get a lot of dogs barking synced all the time. Dogs barking synced. Like every time I hear a dog barking, pretty much. Like a lot, there's sometimes where I can't tell if it's like a bunch of dogs barking all at once. I can't really tell sometimes. But most of the time, when I hear dog barking, it's a dog barking synced. Like there's this one video where I was walking by his house, all these dogs, there's like a bunch of dogs. There's like 3 dogs at least. And they're just all in this front yard of this house. It was like nighttime. I'm walking by his house. And they're all barking. And like they started barking synced at the corner of the house or whatever. And the house is like on the corner of the intersection. So like I'm walking up to the intersection. They're on the right of me in the yard of the house. And they're barking. And then when I walk up to the intersection, they stop barking. And then when I get across the intersection, they start barking again. And I was recording it. It was on video. I think I made a short out of it, maybe. I don't remember. But there's a bunch of videos like that too, where there's dogs barking synced like that, and you can hear them, and it's barking synced. And they stop barking synced, and they start barking synced again. And the birds are always chirping synced, and squirrels yell at me synced. And they run around synced. And there was one video where I think a cat meowed synced. I think it did. It's like a cat across the street from me. It was meowing when I walked up to the street. And it just meowed one time too. Sometimes I think we become so caught in our delusions that even when they turn to be false, we still hang on to them because it's all we got. Yeah. I wouldn't disagree with you. But if you're talking about gang stalkers though, then I would disagree with you. I don't necessarily disagree with you, but when I look out my window right now though, I saw a silver car driving through the intersection when I looked out my window. And then the other day when I walked in the library, and there's a bunch of stalkers driving by outside right now, but the other day when I walked in the library though,
Uh, the lady was walking up to the lady that works there was walking up to the counter as I like walked into the aisle, into the DVD aisle, which is where I always go to the DVDs. And like as I'm walking into that aisle, she's like over to the right of me. She's like walking up to the counter. Same time, it was like they just opened. Like she just unlocked the door and she was walking back from the door, and she just like walks up to the counter, synced, and then today like the lady up at the counter and the other lady that walked in synced. It was like they were talking synced when I was leaving. And there's a bunch of people walking through the door synced. Like I just hear the door open synced. And like, that's always happening when I'm in the library. Like I'll just hear the door open synced. I see a tail lift and there's a truck backing up, beeping, synced a bunch of times. And this car's honked, hitting its lock button, and I think it's synced. And then there's all these other cars that are definitely synced. And the tail lift was definitely synced. As it always is. Synced. As always. We give ourselves too much importance just to feel like we mean something when in reality nobody gives a fuck about you as a person. The sooner you learn, the sooner you can learn the truth that are you saying that I give myself too much importance because I see synchronizers out my window? Because I do see synchronizers out my window. So I don't think I ever said anything about I'm important or I mean I must be, I guess. Because there's a lot of synchronizers out my window right now as I'm speaking, but I don't know. Oh yeah, and then the other night's video, there's the kid taking a picture over by like right when I started to set up the live stream, there's this guy and his son. His son was like 12 years old or something like that, whatever. And he like walks up, they like walk up and he's like taking a picture of his son by the Christmas tree. Like I was sitting over by the Christmas tree on the bench. And he's like taking a picture like directly to the left of me. I see a cop. Was he synced? But yeah, they were just walking up right when I started to set up the live stream. I see more school buses synced right now. I see 4 school buses in a row, and they're all synced. And there's a bunch of school buses on the last video. Go watch it. They're all synced. It's a simulation, dude. Live in it, experience it, and don't care too much. Of course, there's gonna be flaws in the simulation. Yeah, it's a simulated fuck matrix. It's a simulated fuck you in the ass.
game. Why don't they simulate some money to my Cash App? Why don't they simulate that? I saw another school bus right now. You synced again. Another one. Why don't they simulate the fuck out of my face? I saw a tail lift, he's synced, and all the other cars are synced. I see a whitey truck, he's synced with a skateboard guy right now, or a bike guy, I guess. And then a bunch of black and silver cars synced with the bike guy at the other corner. And then some black cars synced with each other. And then a silver car synced with the black car, and then a whitey truck synced with the silver car, and then a sync synced with the sync, and then a bike guy, another bike guy. Is he synced? He looks synced with the silver car taking off as he rides by it. Just can't ever see a bicycle that's not synced, or a skateboard that's not synced, or a motorcycle that's not synced, or a UTV that's not synced, or there's a whitey flashing his lights in the parking lot when I look up at the window. Some things cannot be learned, they have to. Dude, these aren't questions. This is a Q&A. Ask questions, bro. Ask questions. Do you know what the fuck a Q&A is? What does it say though? Some things cannot be learned, they have to be experienced. What you're living right now is part of the simulation you decided to focus on. Try to explore different parts of it. It can be beautiful. Okay. I see the red cars too. What should I focus on? The silver cars or the red cars? Oh, my refrigerator just turned on.
But yeah, I heard a few planes on that last video. Like, I heard a few planes that I don't know. I don't know about them. Oh, then the one video the other night was I accidentally muted it. But there was that jet that flew out in front of me synced and then flew to the right of me synced. And it was like really close. It was like really low in the sky. I thought it was a UFO at first. It was just a stalker jet. Stalking like a fucking lunatic. Fucking Looney Tunes goon. $20 ago, you got a long white long sleeve jacket. Nowadays, you have freedom to roam free. Oh, cool. I see a bunch of seen cars on the street again. But yeah, they're talking about the drones on the news and like targeted individuals have been seeing drones for years. Nobody listened though. Now everybody's freaking out about the drones. What's up with that? When's the next ambulance siren gonna be? I need to set my alarm clock so I know when to look out my window. It's probably gonna be right when I do something. It's probably gonna be right at that moment. Or right when somebody else does something. I see a one taillight silver car that looks synced with this person walking across the parking lot, and also this white car and all these other cars. person walking across the parking lot synced like 20 times as they walked across the parking lot. It's like 1,000 cars. It's all synced up, intricately synced, and perfectly synced, flawless syncs. Oh yeah, and then there was a sync rabbit on that video too. On the video with the jet, when it was muted, there was a sync rabbit right before that. He, like, ran by me synced at the corner of the house, and then he ran by me synced again after that. And I think it ran out in front of me synced too before that. Pretty sure. And then there was the guy in the white SUV at the food bank thing, at the food pantry thing. And he like pulled up to it synced in front of me. And then when I walked by him, he was just like looking at it. And then after I walked by him, he's getting back in his white SUV all of a sudden. And like right as I walked behind it, he's hopping into it, closing his door. And then he's taking off synced. There's someone walking a dog right now. They're about to sync, I bet. It might be that same girl that I just saw a minute ago. I'm not sure if she's the same girl. She's walking back the other way. She's walking a dog though, and she's probably gonna sync. And here she comes, and there's a tail lift driving through the intersection behind her as she walks in front of it. Walking the dog sync. And then there's a bunch of silver cars driving by, and there's a white van that looks synced too. Walking up sync. So yeah, I can't ever see a dog walker unsynced. I can't ever see a bicycle unsynced. I can't ever see a skateboard unsynced. I can't ever see a UTV unsynced. I can't ever see there's a car honking outside right when I look up. Huh. I see the sync mobiles, they're synced. $34 to go, you've been lobotomized. Yep. And there probably were people lobotomized and put in straitjackets and shit wrongfully and knowingly wrongfully. There's probably a lot of that occurred because they were being gang stalked for real, not their imagination, actually, factually, and then they were lobotomized for it because they can't, because even if they can't record it even, so I see the garbage truck, or is it a box truck? One of those sync trucks.
Yeah, and then the garbage truck on the video yesterday. Like right at the start of the video, the garbage truck's thinking at the intersection, and then when I get to the other intersection, like the one further down by the police station or by the fire station, whatever, that one, the garbage truck's pulling up to it when I walk up, or pulling up next to me at the other intersection when I walk up to it. Now we let them roam free. Dang, Dr. Mingle. You good? I see red and silver and black and silver and black.
I see black and silver again, and black. And white. And they're all synced. And there's a guy walking up, and he's getting in a silver car. He's opening the trunk on a silver car. Oh, now he's getting in the car. There's another car next to his car. It's like unlocking as he walks around the car again, and he opens the hood of the car. And then the other guy's getting in his car as the whitey drives behind him. And then, oh, he's getting back out of the car. Oh, he's gonna jump his car. Is he gonna do it synced? If I would see this guy stalking my kids and live streaming, it won't go well. Tread lightly, dude. I don't stalk kids. Kids stalk me, though. Do your kids stalk? Yeah, this guy's giving the other guy a jump. And they're doing it synced, I think. And I think the one guy is just like staring directly at me. I can't tell because he's so far away. But it looks like he is. Close your channel, mate. Soon you'll have your face all over the internet. My face? Why, you think I'm sexy or something? There's this white truck turning in the parking lot, and I think the guys were pointing synced when he did it. He's closing the hood on the car, and it looks synced with the cars in the background. My refrigerator is clicking, and there's all these cars that look synced. Sync. Oh, now they're walking away. There's this loud whitey starting next to me as the guy is opening his trunk again. The other guy is getting in his car. The loud whitey. he gonna take off or is he gonna re-park or what's he gonna do? The one guy's walking away from his car, the other guy's closing his trunk, and these two whiteys are driving by each other in front of him as he closes his trunk. The one's driving forward, the other one's driving backwards, and they're both gonna re-park. One guy is walking and he's walking up Sync. He's walking up Sync with the one whitey truck turning, it's gonna park. And then there's all these cars in the background synced. And then there's another whitey driving out synced. And then there's a tail lift that's gonna sync. And it syncs at the intersection with other cars. Sync. There they go. Sync. Andy Op K don't know shit. He's just a puppet. He just follows orders like a puppet all day. It's like, yes, master. Should I wear the red shirt or the camo shirt, master? What should I do? He doesn't even know how to dress himself or tie his red shoelaces. He's gotta have a robot tell him what to do all day. This guy's walking back now. Is he walking him synced again? I think he's synced with this whitey behind him. Is he gonna get back in his silver car? Yep, he's walking up to the silver car again. There's a car driving behind him as he gets into it. There's two cars driving behind him as he gets into it. And there's other cars that are synced. There was no cars on the street at all, and then when he walks up to his car, there's all these cars coming out. All of a sudden, the only people that feel like they're being watched are those that have something to hide. Ironically, the watcher is this guy, not the other way around. No. False. We're all being watched. This is a fact. This is a fact that everyone knows, is that we all are being watched by the NSA. At the very least, they're reading all of our text messages and cell phone conversations and emails and shit. At the very least. And like all the security cameras and the iPhone cameras and the Ring cameras and shit. I They saw his FedEx synced with the whitey.
No shit, Sherlock. We use phones. Of course they listen. Who cares? Nothing to hide, right? I didn't say that. I didn't say I got something to hide. I said we're all being watched. You said we're not. You said people that feel like they're being watched. I don't feel like I'm being watched. I know that I'm being watched, and everyone is being watched. And even if you have nothing to hide, that's still weird, right? That we're all being watched. And nobody's watching, nobody can watch them. Nobody's watching them. It's illegal to watch them back. You can't even take pictures of the outside of the Pentagon. They'll take your camera away if you take pictures of the outside of the Pentagon. But they can they can fly over my apartment with a drone and watch me take a shower if they want to. No, it's not weird. Okay, it's not weird. Yeah, it's not weird that Epstein Islander, adrenochrome, cannibal pedophiles spy on everybody with drones and shit. And then you can't spy on them back. Yeah, that's not weird. You're right. Yep, it's not weird that they spy on everybody all the time, and then human trafficking exists, and Pizzagate exists, and they can just like get away with Pizzagating and things. They just get away with it while everything is surveilled 24/7, and everyone and everything is surveilled 24/7 in real time at all times. And there's missing people, missing children apparently. But everything is surveilled and everyone is tracked at all times in real time. Like all of their movements. So yeah, that's not weird, right? You're right, man. I'm sorry. I guess it's weird. Or I guess it's not weird anymore. I see a bunch of red cars, and there's a guy slamming a red trunk, and he's probably synced with other red cars. I see other red cars. All the red cars backing up synced with the other red cars. And then he's taking off out of the parking lot. He's taking off synced out of the parking lot. This guy walks up synced, and all these other cars are driving up synced. And the guy is walking up to the semi truck. And then this other guy is walking up synced. Sync. Yes, in real time, cyber-physical system of an internet of bodies synced to the internet are of things. Our bodies of a band. IOT networks are live uploaded to the cloud. Smart city and servers. Mate, are you Australian? Mate, it's the modern world you choose to live in. It's their choice of survivance. Don't like it, go live like a hermit. But instead you're here, complaining of something you didn't build. Yup. I don't like it. You're right. I don't like it. And that's okay. It's okay to not like. It's okay to not like things. It's totally 100% okay to not like things that are pollution. They're polluting the earth. You know? Like, where did this idea come from that, like, if you don't like something, that means you're a hater or whatever? Like, no, I don't like,
don't like the surveillance prison industrial complex, war industrial complex, adrenochrome industrial complex. I don't like it. And that's okay. You shouldn't like it either. If you ask me. I saw another Sync school bus right now. It's Sync school bus day again, still. Happy Sync school bus day, everybody. If you got a school bus, if you got a yellow school bus, go drive it around Sync. Right by my apartment. I don't like busy areas. Guess what? I don't stay in a busy area complaining it's too busy. I just go somewhere else. Where do I go, man? Tell me where to go. Where do I go? I hear these banging sounds outside. They're synced with these whiteys driving out, and then they're meeting each other at the intersection too. There's the sync whiteys. The forest. There's not really a forest that I can go to. Maybe. It's kind of cold right now, though. Probably die if I go to the forest right now. I need some seal skins. There's all these red cars synced to this banging sound, and there's the other red cars, and there's whitey van, and they're all synced. And the whitey van is turning, and he's turning synced. And then there's another red truck, and then there's another car, and another red car, and this guy's walking back out again, synced again. And he keeps walking out synced a bunch of times. Just walking back and forth synced. Yes, you can. It's cold, huh? Enjoying the warmth of modern technology? Yeah. What does warmth have to do with surveillance technology? It's not the same thing, man. What? You don't like drones, man? I bet you have an electric toothbrush. Huh, what do you gotta say to that, bro? Yeah, I have an electric toothbrush, and I don't like drone bombs dropping on children and killing them at the same time. Yes, you're correct. And I see a mail truck, and there's semis taking off out of the parking lot as he gets to the intersection. The mail truck. You're like a Karen in an iPhone store yelling that you don't like iPhones while Samsung's is just down the road. It is? Where is it? Tell me where it is. You didn't tell me yet. Where is the Samsung's? Where? My water heater just turned on. The forest, mate. That's your Samsung. Alright. Send some of my Cash App so I can buy a tent and some Eskimo coats and shit. Send some of my Cash App. I need a bow and arrow and a bunch of shit. There's people walking through the intersection synced with whiteys driving through it, and I think the one whitey had one tail light, and then there's red and blue cars synced to each other, and then there's a silver car, and he looks synced with the whitey, and then there's other cars are synced, and then the red cars are synced to each other, and then this one silver car is parking in front of the intersection as a whitey drives through it, and then he's backing up as a bike rides by him, and then this other guy was walking by me at the same time. It's always synced. And I think the guy on the bike is the pedophile bike guy. And the other guy that was walking by me synced is also a fucking weirdo. He's not a pedophile, I don't think, or that I know of anyway. He's a fucking weirdo though. Probably it wouldn't surprise me if he is a pedophile. Just go if you don't like it here. I don't have a car, mate, and I have no money right now because my bank stole all my money. So send some of my Cash App so I can get a car and I can go to the forest. What gives you the right to use Cash App? What gives me the right? What? What gives you the right to use a cell phone, dude? What are you talking about? You didn't make the cell phone. Is this Steve Jobs? No surveillance? No, there's still gonna be surveillance. They're still gonna have birds surveilling me, and they're gonna have planes surveilling me, and drones surveilling me, and rabbits, and squirrels, and shit, and deer, and whatever. And flies, and butterflies. I don't know if they got any sync, dude, but all those other ones I've seen synced a bunch of times. So I don't know if they got the sync deer, but it wouldn't surprise me. I see a bunch of sync cars. It's funny, like they rarely like surprise me or startle me anymore. But sometimes they will though, and I'm like, but usually, like I might not even see it coming, but it still won't startle me though. Like it used to startle me. Like if they just like come around the corner all of a sudden. But like now it's like, yup, there it is. Even if I don't hear them coming, I'm just like, yup, I was expecting you. This guy just came out and dumped something in a dumpster synced, I think, and there's all these cars that are synced, for sure. Definitely the cars. I use it knowing I'm being watched by their technology. It's a choice. Crying about a choice you make is embarrassing and it screams for attention. I'm not crying. You see me crying? I'm not crying. I think you're crying, bro. I think you're crying. Aren't you? You're saying that I'm crying because you're crying. You're projecting because you're crying right now. You're like, he's saying true things. He says too many true things. United Nations and our Constitution. They yelled that. United Nations and our Constitution. I didn't consent to being implanted, remotely monitored, modulated, and stimulated to behave and conform. Exactly. I did not consent. It's rape. It's basically neurological rape. I see a bunch of black and white and silver. I see a turquoise truck with one tail light. This car is taking off right next to me, and I think he syncs with the other cars on the street. And he's a sync car that I always see, and he's a white man, and he syncs. All the time, every time I see you, he syncs. Who cares? Get over it and live. You care, bro. Clearly you care a lot because you just keep dropping comments. Just go somewhere else. Just leave the chat, bro. Just go somewhere else if you don't like it, bro. Ta-da! I see a bunch of red cars and a bunch of sync cars with the red cars that are synced. It's a bunch of red cars all at once again. Oh, there's another red car synced with the last red car. I'm out. Take care of you guys, and I hope you'll find the peace you're striving for. Alright, later, bro. Don't sing. I'm hearing some type of power tool noise outside, and I think it's synchronizing. Pretty sure it is. And a guy walking across the parking lot too, and there's birds flying over. That I don't know about the birds, but all the rest of them look synced. Yep, and the power tool is syncing up with this Frito-Lay's truck and this Whitey van and this bird that looks synced. What's this noise? Is it Leatherface? It's like with a fucking chainsaw or something. I see this white van that's always synced when I see it, and he's synced again. It's coming in the parking lot synced. I see the Window World truck and it's synced with these people walking across the parking lot and a whitey driving through the parking lot behind the Window World truck. And then the Window World truck is gonna drive up to the intersection now, and he's meeting a school bus at it. And the door on the white van is opening at the same time in the parking lot. And he's getting out, and the school bus is meeting a whitey synced. And then the Window World truck, I think, is synced again with another car, and then there's other cars that are synced with each other, and then the one guy that got out of the white van is like, is he dumpster diving or something? Like looking in this dumpster.
Thank you for engaging with us so we can understand what the public really thinks and believes about targets. I still see him. There's constantly driving by scenes. Ta-da! Ta-da! Sexy! I see a bunch of cars driving out synced, strategically synced. On multiple different streets synced to each other. There's a guy walking the dog. Is he synced? He crossed the street, and when he got across the street, there was a white car driving behind him. So I got a question for the TIs. Do you have a gaming system? And if you do you have GTA 5? And if you do, can you play it on live stream and show us if there's synchronizers on it? Because I feel like there's synchronizers on it, but I don't have a gaming system, but I've watched a bunch of YouTube videos. people playing GTA 5 or GTA 4. And I used to play it all the time, but I haven't played it since I woke up to the synchronizer game. But I think the NPCs on GTA 5 and 4 are synchronized. Doing gang stalker synchronizers. There's sirens synchronized. There's car horns synchronized. There's people walking up sync. There's people walking up with red shirt sync. And there's cops sync. There's cops driving by, like chasing a car, like chasing another NPC car synced. And shit like that. And taxi cab synced. And taco trucks and a bunch of other things. The white van's taking off again when I walk up to the window. And we sync with this whitey in the background. And the whitey's meeting a box truck at the intersection as the white van drives by me. And then there's this guy walking out right after that. And then he's walking up sync. And he's syncing with a silver car. He's getting in the truck synced. Walking up sync. 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 Now that our brain data is continually being uploaded to the Internet of Things, all applications, games, and devices sync with the Internet can be synced with us. No, but I'm not talking about an Internet game. I'm talking about like they built it into the game. Just like how they're doing sync things on Truman Show and all the movies, they're doing sync things on GTA. Like I've watched a bunch of different videos of just people just driving or walking on GTA, and it's like when you walk up the sidewalk, there's things happening like at corners when you walk by them, and like at intersections and shit. When you walk by corners on the sidewalk, there's like a siren going off, or there's a car honking, or somebody's like answering their cell phone, or whatever. Or dog barking. And then like when you drive around, like when you drive up to intersections, there's like taco trucks meeting you synced, and there's taxis meeting you synced, and there's cops meeting you synced, and there's people with red shirts walking up synced, and white cars meeting you synced and shit. Like it's not like as intricate as it is in real life with all the black and silver cars and all that, but like is still like there was this one I was watching where like he's just sitting there, like the person playing is just sitting there, and like someone walks in front of him and a dog is barking or a car is honking at the same time or something. And then like someone will walk in front of you and they'll like answer their cell phone in front of you, shit like that. It's just like constantly happening on like all the videos that I've watched. So send some to my Cash App so I can get a gaming system. I can show y'all. I can make a long video of it and I can show you. I can walk around on GTA and experiment and show you. Send some to my Cash App. Then I can start a gaming channel.
This girl walking by me and she's hitting her lock button and she walks by me. They've built it into your brain. They've mapped your consciousness and can sync you with anything and everything interactive. Your digital twin is always connected with augmented reality. I don't know. That's not really what I'm talking about. Dang, I see a bunch of cars synced again. They're synced harder again. Oh, here comes the school bus again. He looks like he's driving out synced. Is he gonna sync at the intersection? Yup, he's meeting a whitey synced at the intersection as a tan car drives in front of the intersection and another whitey is driving through the intersection. And the heater on my wall clicked at the same time too. And there's a bunch of other cars that are synced too. And I gotta take a breath. Cause there's too many syncs. They're still going. And there's the red and the blue synced. Sync.
And then there's been a lot of people with coats that look like my coat lately, so I still have to upload this one video that I recorded yesterday. I was in the Walmart parking lot. We pulled up. I was in my coworker's car. We pulled up, parked, and then he went inside and I just sat in the car. We pulled up, parked, and there's two people walking in front of me, opposite directions. And one of them's walking up to their car in front of me, and she's got a blue coat on that looks just like my blue coat. And she just like walks up right when we park, walks up to her car. I think it was a white car. And then I just saw a mail truck right now. And then there was the other video this morning when I was at the library. There was someone that had a coat that looked like mine. And then there's the other video the other day. I think there was a few other videos, like the last week or whatever. There's people that have coats that look like mine. And then I've seen people when I'm not recording that have coats that look like mine. Lately, like a lot of them. Just occasionally I'll just see a person that has a coat that looks like mine. And they'll be synced up, synced hard. and then usually it won't look exactly like my coat. The one lady this morning, her coat looked pretty much identical to mine, but usually like this one, it has like these like fat stripes like that. Like a lot, most of the ones that I see, they have like smaller stripes in that. But the one that I saw this morning looked pretty much just like my coat. So, like I said, like occasionally it could be a coincidence, like occasionally it could be, but I've been seeing it a lot lately though, so it's not, it's definitely not. But like even if they're a synchronizer person, they might just happen to have a coat that looks like my coat, or they might just happen to have a red shirt on, or they might just happen to have a red shirt on because it's Husker game day. But I've just been seeing a lot of them lately though, a lot of coats that look like my coat, and they're all synced up. And a lot of them are like that one that I saw at Walmart yesterday, where it's like, it's right when we pull up and park the car, like it's a really like specific moment in time to sync up with a coat that looks like mine. A lot of them are like that, or like a really specific moment like that. This guy walking up, getting a truck synced with other cars in a sync. And then he's taking off synced. And then he's driving out of the parking lot. And then there's a sound. Like someone in another truck, like loading it or whatever, as he drives out of the parking lot. I think I hear a plane. Is he gonna sink? Don't sink. I hear a plane. Don't sink. Where is he? There's a guy walking a dog in front of the intersection as a box truck drives through it. Is he synced with it? Is he gonna sync? He's walking through the sync place as these two whiteys drive behind him. It's a dog. And then there's this red car driving by that looks synced. And then he's coming to walk by me with the dog now. Is he gonna sync? It looked like he was syncing with multiple red cars, and then this person was walking out at the same time, and they're getting into a red car. I just laugh because it's so sync-tarded. Like, it's just fucking stupid as fuck. It's just, ta-da! So it's just hilarious. Like when the guy with the dog walked by me, there was always red cars driving out, and then somebody was walking out at the same time, and then she walks up to a red car and gets into it. And it's just so stupid. I just have to laugh at it. It's just like, ha! Ta-da! You see all these black and silver cars and the whiteys and the white shuttle bus. I hear this like hammering. I think it's synced, and this bird flew down and synced with these cars driving out. And
they were shooting a frequency in my ear before I started the video. I forgot to say that. So there wasn't any frequencies for a while, for like a few days or whatever, and then there's that one. Or like the last one, I think, was when I was recording the other night. I see a bunch of red cars in a row, and they're all synced with each other, synced hardly. A bunch of red cars in a row in a giant sync parade. So if nobody's got any more questions, in case anyone's wondering, yes, I am running for president in 2028. So put your votes in, go vote now. Just get it over with, get it out of the way. Send some of my Cash App and PayPal if you can. If you got $1, send it. If you got $1 million, send it. If you got any amount in between that, send it. If you got less than $1, I mean, I'll take it, but I think there's a fee though, so it might not. If you got like at least $1, send it. Subscribe to Cat the Glitch. If I get 50 subscribers on Cat the Glitch, I can go live on Cat the Glitch. So go subscribe to Cat the Glitch. If you got another YouTube account, go switch over to that one and subscribe to Cat the Glitch also. And don't sing. And don't be walking to sing.